In the previous lecture, we have discussed what is function, what are the advantages of function, and function definition part. In today's lecture, we will discuss about function call and function declaration part. So, in the previous lecture, we have written how or what is the syntax of function definition. In function definition, there will be return type, function name, and the parameter list. In the function body part, there will be local variable declaration, statements, and return statement. And this is one of the examples. Now, the next part is function call. As you know, the function definition describes what a function can do, but to actually use it in the program, the function should be called somewhere. A function call is called by simply writing its name followed by the arguments or argument list inside the parenthesis. So for function call, the syntax is function name then within the parenthesis the argument list. Suppose there are a number of different arguments, argument 1, argument 2, argument 3, like that within the parenthesis. The arg1, arg2 and arg3 are called the actual arguments. These are the actual arguments, or they are the actual values that will be passed in the function call. They are the actual arguments. We can write one example for function call. Suppose the function name is display. Simple write display and the arguments. If there is no argument, then simply put the parenthesis here and put one semicolon after that. Here also there must be semicolon. So this is the syntax and example of function call. Now there is a new term called as the actual argument. This is the actual value that will be passed while calling the function. Okay, there are two other terms like calling function and called function. You must know what is calling function and what is called function. So I am writing one example. Suppose the function name, here we are writing the main function. Under main function I am writing or calling another function draw, and when you will call the draw function, the control will pass to the draw function. So here there is no return type, so I am writing void draw, and there are number of statements. So this is the main function part and this is the function definition part. We have already studied the function definition. So this is function definition part. This is function definition, and we have already discussed the function call today. This is function call. Only draw, parenthesis and semicolon. Function definition part and function call part. Here I have used two different terms. One is the calling function, another one is the called function. Here main function is the calling function and draw function is the called function. When a function is called, the control passes to the called function. When function is called, here the control will be passed to the called function. So called function is draw. which is executed. After this, the control transfer to the statement following a function call in the calling function. Again, the control pass to the statement following the function call. After this statement, whatever may be the statement, the control will pass back to this statement. Here, this is the, I am again repeating, this is calling function, main function is the calling function here, and draw, this is the called function. Under which function the function is called, that is calling function, and the function which is called, that is called function. Okay, the next is function declaration part. We have already discussed function definition and function call. The next part is function declaration part. This is also known as the function prototype. This is also known as the function prototype. That means it informs the compiler the name of the function, the type of arguments or the number of arguments received by the function, and the type of value returned by the function. Name of the function, number and type of argument received by the function, and type of value returned by the function. And the syntax here is return type, then function name, then types of argument, or types and number of arguments. Then there must be one semicolon here. This is similar to your header of function definition, except there is no semicolon in function definition. Here there should be one semicolon at the last. For example, we can write one return type void. This is one example. Void is the return type, and suppose the function name is display, and suppose the argument is integer x and integer y, and at last you have to put one semicolon. Again, see the syntax here. The syntax having three different parts. This is the prototype that informs the compiler the name of the function, the number and type of arguments, this is the type of argument, and how many number of arguments. Here there are 2 arguments, and the type is integer type, and the type of value, here the type of value returned by the function. This is the type of value that is returned by this function. So these are the 3 elements to write or to use the function.